Coach Rice. It's a brand new week. The sun's shining bright. A chance to cast your net. Step into the light. Life's full of challenges. It's a winding stream. But with Coach Rice, you'll find your dream.
Good morning and happy Monday to everyone. Thank you so much for joining Cast the Net. I am Coach Rice, your mental health life coach and trained counselor here today. And I just want to say we care about your mental health and well-being. So I have a special guest today who is, his name is Osborne Davies, and he is a business coach. So let's find out all about his journey in this area of his life. So I just want to welcome you, Osborne, and just tell us, why business coach? How did you get in? Where are you from, and how did you end up a business coach?
Okay, well, I'm glad to meet everyone who's watching. Thank you for tuning in. So how did I become a business coach? I think I grew up with my grandmom, who was a petty trader. So I think some of those traits of wanting to be an entrepreneur, that I got from her, like watching her buy and sell and all that, right? So I grew up with her for about 10 years, and I think I started my first business while I was with her at as little as, or at how old was I? I can't remember, maybe 7, 8, 9 years
Wow.
old. So she actually taught me how to trade in terms of, I do sell for her when she's not in the store, maybe when I come back from school. So rather than go outside and play with my peers, I'm actually in the store with her. And if she has to go, I learned how to trade in terms of someone comes to buy stuff. How much is it? This is the value of what the person is paying for. And then if there's any remnant in terms of a change, right? I will have to do that exchange. So if you pay me $1 and you're buying something of 5 cents, I should be able to, give you 5 cents in return as your change, right? So I learned all that, and then I also learned to go to market early. Then I'm originally from Nigeria in Africa, so we didn't used to have these big stores as at then. So it was more like a small town, small community. So there's a marketplace, right? So you have to go to the marketplace to buy what you want. So I used to go with her to the marketplace, and then later on learned to go by myself. She wasn't educated, so she had to list everything by word of mouth. Okay, you need to buy this, that. And then she gives me the exact amount, right? So, and then I have to go and ensure that I don't make any mistake or forget something, because that will mean less playtime because you have to go back and get what you forgot, right? So my first business actually was I'll go to the market and buy. So it was peanuts, but because it was a local community, right? So you get the raw stuff, right? So you buy the raw stuff, come home, prepare it. So I had to learn how to prepare it and then sell it. So I used to make double my investment then. I remember very well. So that was my first business. Of course, I didn't end up enjoying the benefits because my brothers would just come take away my savings and all that. So that was my first experience with entrepreneurship. So after that, even when I finished school, got a job and started working, I've always had that drive to start my own thing, do my own thing. In the transition between school and getting a job, I actually started a small business as well. It was more like a small business center. So I saved up enough I think I had a laptop, but I needed a printer and of course a copier, right? So I saved up enough to buy a printer and copier, some with the help of my mom at the time and all that. So that was my second major business. I actually did one or two hustle in school, right? Like I learned how to design then it was CorelDRAW. Learned how to design with CorelDRAW. So I'll do design for people, flyers and stuff. Get paid little money here and there. So that was my journey to entrepreneurship.
That's amazing. We do have to teach our kids about finances and business. And that's amazing that she gave you that knowledge and wisdom to move forward in life. And look where it landed you. So tell us who are your typical clients?
Okay. My typical client right now, I'm just in the process of would I say doing a business reset in terms of who I target. But prior to this time, I used to work with local businesses, help them with their marketing and all that. So what I do, they call me in and see where they are and what they're trying to achieve, and then we come up with a strategy that can work for them. And then I also help them implement the strategy. So that was kind of what I was doing. But right now, I'm kind of moving away from that to helping more of coaches, consultants, course creators to it's more of coaches who are struggling. They already have a business, they already have a program, but right now they're struggling to get more clients. So my program is about helping them get clients in a way that removes the hustle, so to say. I know we've learned from some of these gurus who bought so many online courses and all that. And some of us go through these programs after spending hours, spending a lot of money. We try some of them and it doesn't work for us, right? So what I try to do is how do you stand out? And I have a simple three-step formula. It's called movement, attention, empowerment. The essence actually is leading with transformative thinking. So what do I mean by that? Rather than leading with I want to sell my stuff, you can lead with I want to help people transform their lives. And it leads you to create a mission, which is what I call the movement. The mission means I'm going to empower 200 coaches get X. X is the benefits, exactly in terms of what they want to achieve, not necessarily what you want them to achieve. So, but it has to be specific, right? So I'm going to help X number of, in my case, coaches achieve Y. That's a better way to put it. I'm going to help X number of your ideal clients achieve Y, which is the transformation result or outcome that they want. So in my own case, is more about I'm going to help 200 coaches, which is kind of my goal in the next 12 months. 200 coaches create a $20,000 plus monthly recurring income or revenue business in 12 months, right? So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. So it's more like it's a movement, it's a drive. I have a specific goal. I'm not just trying to create a course because I want to sell and make some money. I have an ultimate end in mind. And I believe that's what most coaches want. I mean, many coaches are not in that $20,000 monthly recurring income mark, right? Some are struggling to hit the $10,000 monthly recurring income. And we all are in this business for financial freedom. And
Yes.
if you look at where the world is and price, inflation, and all that's going on, tariffs and all that, a lot of people need at least $10,000 to at least live comfortably, right? So you want to be able to pay your mortgage conveniently. You want to do your business without depending on a job income. So at least starting at that $10,000 or more monthly recurring income is what can help you. Then the other way around, why it's monthly recurring is because a lot of these gurus teach us to do high ticket programs, and that's fantastic. But the challenge with that is that a lot of it you have to do hard selling, you have to do closing, you have to hire VAs and all that. And for a lot of coaches, they're not there yet, where they have to train VAs and they are able to pay the VAs to do the job. And there's no guarantee that you get sales. And you probably don't have that brand that pulls in people. Even the ones that have that brand are still struggling. So how do you do that? So that's what my program helps to solve. And I hope I haven't gone too far.
Oh no, that's amazing but it's a lot of people that's out here doing the same thing. What makes you stand out?
Yeah, what makes me stand out is one, my process is simplified. It's a 3-step process. And it's one, you don't have to, like for me, I don't have a lot of time. So you don't have to be on that content grind where you're pushing out content every now and then. You have to come up with the content idea. You have to create the content. You have to edit the content. There's so much involved in doing all that, right? Especially when you don't have a team. You can't be like the Gary V's, right? So how can we help you do it in a way that is effective, right? So one, just to give a little bit more information. One step that I believe works is what I call demonstrate the value, right? Demonstrate that you can help before you help. Now, how do you do that? Especially when you don't have the time to create content and all the stuff, right?
Right.
Simple thing as what I call it an evergreen easy yes workshop, all right?
Okay.
The reason it's evergreen is because you can repeat it every month. You can just plan it once and just repeat it every month. It's easy yes because it's an easy offer that people would say yes to. And why people would say yes to it is because it has a tangible benefit, right? If I tell you that you can pull clients every month without the content grind, without building a brand, even if you don't have any audience, right? Without any complex funnel or marketing, right? It sounds fantastic. And another thing that makes it an easy yes is it doesn't require a huge investment to get in, right?
Okay.
But the essence of it is when you come in, I'm able to demonstrate my value. I'm able to build relationship with you. I'm able to show you a way that you can get clients easily if you're a coach or consultant or course creator, right? Now you actually can see, oh, I can put this together quickly. I don't have to do all this content grind. Now I have to be on Instagram. Now I have to be on YouTube. Now I have to be on TikTok. Now I have to edit the videos. Believe me, if you shoot a 20-minute video, it will take you hours to edit it if you're doing it yourself. Right? I'm sure you know because you know how it goes. So, and then you don't have to start thinking about multiple products to create. I need to create this type of digital product. I need to create this course or spend months planning one big course and you launch it and it fails. Right? So you don't need to do that. The reason why this is an easy yes and simple to start stuff is that a workshop is easy to start. You don't need 5 days workshop. You can implement that workshop over Zoom, 60 to 90 minutes. It delivers a tangible benefit. People can come in, interact with you. Now you can now ascend them to your other offers, right? Because they are able to get some quick win from your workshop. Now they want more from you. They want to work with you. How can you help me? Can you help me create my own Easy Yes program? Yeah, sure, I can. Now they have to pay more. Or I have this program or this course that I launched and it got zero or very little outcome out of all the effort I put in it. Is there any way you can help me fine tune it? Oh yeah. So now a relationship starts. But then I also teach you on the back end how to create a premium recurring program. What do I call a premium recurring program? It's a program that it's easier to execute than and to get people to say yes than to say, hey, pay me $5,000 for me to coach you. Okay, what if I don't know you? How do I know? $5,000 is a huge investment, right? I don't think I want to make $5,000. I mean, what result do you have? What proof do you have? So a lot of coaches who are between the beginner stage or still struggling to build something substantiative would find that difficult. Sometimes they feel, I don't think I can charge $5,000 now, maybe $2,000. But the thing with charging $2,000 as well is that it's more like you're going to be in a feast or famine type of business. So you have 3 clients, you charge them $2,000 for your coaching program. Maybe it's an 8 weeks coaching program, right? Perfect, fantastic. But after the 8 weeks, what happened? You're done with them. They paid you for your services.
Right.
What else?
And you can't go anywhere.
You start farming for more clients, right? And remember the time you spend to work with those 3 clients is time consuming. You're crunching time with other things that you have to do. You still have to do those content that you're putting out. You still have to spend time checking on your clients. You still have to have Zoom meetings with them, check on their progress and all that and give them feedback. It's a lot of work. But the way I structure my program is that you don't have to even do all that. You can meet your clients as a group once in a week, right? They might be in different stages of their journey, but what you do with them once in a week, and as well as some other assets that we teach you to build, helps them. So you can set up assets that they can go consume and then go do some homework. And all you have to do is when you meet with them, you're just doing a
consulting
analysis, or analyze what they've done, or kind of give them a feedback, and that's it. And everybody kind of learns. Everybody's helping themselves and all that. And then it's monthly recurring. So instead of saying pay me $5,000 or $10,000, they're paying a certain small amount, not too small. It has to be, you're giving them premium time. So it has to be,
Right.
there should be some premium to it, just like you buy I know people are now
Some
buying
type of value.
Teslas now. So, but just like you buy a
Right.
Tesla, right? There's some premium value to it.
Right.
So, but you're able to do that, and then what happens is that you create a business that what I call a future-proof business. Now, with some people drop. Yeah, there are people who will drop, but you're not investing so much of your time trying to help 3 or 5 clients when you can use that same amount of time and help 20, 50, even 100 clients at the same time. So that now allows you to still implement whatever entry or create your or run your what I call your entry point offers, where people can still come into your program without doing all this time. The time you spend on YouTube alone. I'm not saying there are a lot of people who are successful on YouTube. I'm struggling with it, right? So because when I try to shoot a video and try to edit it, I'm like, you know what? I'm not just going to be consistent in this thing. So I'm not going to take that as my
Right.
own way. Some other persons might do it and it's successful. I'm not saying there's a hard and fast rule, but
Right.
that's what makes me different.
Okay. I like that. Oh my God. I'm sure as a coach myself, when I was new at it, oh my God, you would have been like amazing. No, but really you don't know, but still you can at any level, you know, your services are needed in the field because
Yeah.
you're right. People need to see value. People
Yeah.
need help and to make it if you can the goal is if I'm not, you know, and I'm sure yours is too, is to serve and transform as many people as you want, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And so that's what we're here to do. So I'm
Yeah.
so grateful that you are able to do work the work that you're doing because it's so important. So what is your, I would say, onboarding process?
So with the workshop system, which I'm working on now, actually, like I said, I was just shifting away from the
Okay.
agency and consulting model to
Okay.
more of a coaching model. With my onboarding process is simple, right? So firstly, it's a simple workshop. You attend the workshop, right?
Okay.
So now when you attend the workshop, you have the opportunity of joining my exclusive Facebook group for the workshop attendants or participants, right? So I know that a lot of people won't get everything in one sitting, especially when it's just a 90 minutes to at max 2 hour workshop, right? So, but when they're in a Facebook group where you can jump in once in a while, answer a few questions, and of course, people who are implementing are also celebrating their wins and are able to share, okay, this is what I did and all that. It creates that community movement, right? So
Got it.
that's one step. So firstly, you attend the workshop. 2, you have an opportunity to be in a Facebook group community of people who are trying to implement the same thing, not somebody who's not in the group where someone is trying to sell you something extra or something. So that's one.
Okay.
Now, of course, during the workshop, I gave them the opportunity to speak to me directly one-on-one, answer a few questions. And maybe if I feel like it's a good fit, I say, hey, would you want to try this? And another reason why it's not easy yet is that I'm not even selling you upfront. I'm saying, try this. So I give you like
Okay.
a $1 trial or something, or a free trial to test my premium coaching business.
Okay.
Now, if someone is open enough to say, hey, I want to do a Q&A with you or a one-on-one session with you, it means that they've gotten some good level of value that now it builds the know, like, and trust factor. So from someone who was a stranger who bought a simple, maybe $27 workshop, right? 100% refundable if you don't like the workshop,
Right.
right? So, but now you join that workshop and you believe you've gotten a lot of value that, you think you're at that level where you need a little bit of push and you want to talk to me, fine. We get on Zoom. I get to know where you are, what your challenges are. And if I feel I can help you, I can say, hey, maybe this program can can lay out or add more value to what you've already received and help you reach that next level that you're seeking, right? And if you want to give it a go, maybe get in for $1 trial and see If it doesn't work, it's fine, right?
Oh, okay.
Now, so that's my onboarding process. Now, when you get into the program, now you also get access into what should you do on the first step? What should you focus on? And all that. Of course, I'm going to do a one-on-one with you again as well and see, okay, well, this is where you are. This is what you should focus on first, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in pouring, and this is the difference between this and creating an online course.
Mm-hmm.
So an online course, especially when it's a signature solution, like you hear they tell us, create a signature solution. So you have an online course that you're selling maybe $1,000 to $2,000 or more, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem with those type of programs is, I'm not saying they're not great. I'm not saying the content is not great, but the challenge sometimes is that you get in and you feel overwhelmed. I paid $3,000 for a program, and I can tell you, I stopped somewhere. So my $3,000 was a waste. Oh, don't let my wife hear that.
Right. I hear you.
So
because it's not hands-on, it's not personable.
yes, it's not personal.
Yeah,
So
it's overwhelming. Yeah.
exactly. So sometimes the information you get in the information is like, oh, where am I gonna
It's
start?
just information, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
sometimes some of the coaches try to still do some level of hands-on, maybe
Yeah.
weekly Zoom
Yeah.
meetings and all that. But the challenge is that sometimes you have this long module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4,
Yes.
that might take you 6 months to finish. And you have other things calling your attention and all that. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. People need
Wow.
small wins. So the way I structure my program is what I call small wins, huge victories. So I can tell you, start with this one based on where you are in your journey, and that can give you some level of win. That will create momentum that make you want to go to
Yes.
the next level. So at every point you get into, or every victory you achieve prepares you for the next level. Okay, yeah, you've done this. Okay, perfect. Now let's do this, right? So it's kind of structured in a way that no matter where you're starting, I should at least try to create something that can help you from that level to your next level that you want to achieve. So that's kind of
Now that is amazing.
yeah,
That's what people like. People love small wins. Small
yeah,
wins are amazing. They're attainable,
yeah,
and you can move forward in pretty quickly. And
absolutely.
so wow, thank you so much for coming on today. What is if you can give one piece of advice to the audience, what would it be?
One piece of advice.
One piece. I know you got a lot. No.
Yeah. So what I would say is this, and I know a lot of people sometimes, and I've been there where you want something. Now we've been talking about building your business.
Mhm.
The ultimate outcome is that you want financial freedom at the end of the day.
Yes.
Maybe another outcome might be you want to do something that you love doing, but you also want to get paid to do that, right? So, but the challenge in doing so is sometimes we feel overwhelmed, we get stuck,
Hmm.
we experience this self-sabotage where you feel you're not good enough, or your ideas, what makes your idea special, see that stuff you saw on YouTube or on Facebook, that guru is doing the exact idea or similar idea that you're doing and doing it way better. How do you feel people will
Hmm.
believe in you, right? One thing you have to realize first of all is that you're unique, you're original, right? And
Hmm.
if you transformative thinking has to do with, I want to help X number of people achieve Y, right? I think that thinking changes the dynamics. It removes the feeling of I'm not good enough to actually want to help, and I don't care if people pay me or not,
Mm.
right? So
Yes.
if you get to that stage, then all those doubts, all those self-sabotage goes away, because right now the focus has shifted from your shortcomings and all that to, oh, I know a little bit of this and I want to help X number of people achieve Y. So let's say you know how to play the keyboard. You might not be uh, who is a big keyboardist or whatever. You might not be Taylor
Right.
Swift, the person who's playing for Taylor Swift as an example, right? But that doesn't mean
Right.
you don't know how to play the keyboard. Now, there
Right.
are a lot of people who are not even where you are, right? So
Right.
the little that you know, I want to help 20 beginners learn how to play. I'm not a keyboardist, maybe the G chord or the whatever
Right.
chord in 90 days, right? And then
Hmm.
you can do a small flyer or do a small post on Facebook group. You can go on Facebook group. There are a lot of groups. Yesterday night, I haven't been on Facebook too much. I'm just getting back to interacting with people on Facebook, and I was out of Facebook for a very long time. And then I was just seeing a ton of groups that are active in different things. There are Christian business groups,
Yeah.
podcasters. I know we met in the podcasters group,
Yes.
and I'm like, wow, this is a flood of how would I put it?
Yes.
Potential people to help, right?
Yes.
And learn
Yes.
from as well. Build connections, learn from, and that's
Right.
why we connected. But if you can realize that, so when you say I want to help X number of people play the keyboard, right? Then you do a little post in a Facebook group as an example. Hey, who is interested in a 3-day
Mm-hmm.
workshop on how to learn to play the G chord? I don't know what that means.
Right.
So,
Right. I got
right,
you.
right. So
Yeah.
play
At the
play
level where you are.
exactly. And then some
Yes.
people go, oh, I'm interested. I'm interested. Okay, fine. Now you have some people who are interested. Go create some offers. Okay, thank you for your interest. I'm putting it together. I'm going to share the information with you as soon as it's ready. Give me 2 days or something like that. Right?
Yeah.
They're going to now be anticipating, And then when
Mm-hmm.
you're ready with it, put a small offer to it. Call it $27, call it $19. It doesn't matter. It's your test run. You're just validating the idea, right? And
Right.
then and it can be a live workshop. It doesn't have to be something you've recorded. Whatever, you can send them even a
Mm-hmm.
PDF. Go sit down, put a PDF, give them an example, do a video. In Canva now, you can embed video into your PDF or into your Canva document, right? So maybe you put the steps and then in writing in a Canva doc, and you do a video, record it, put it on YouTube, embed the YouTube on the Canva doc, right? It becomes a product that you can sell, right?
Yeah.
Tell them it's $27. You can use a simple PayPal, Cash App, whatever to collect the money. Send them a little information. ChatGPT can help you. Put it in a Word format. You don't need any fancy software. You don't need to buy Go High Level, any funnel or whatever. 100% free. Or go to Gumroad. Type something in.
Mm-hmm.
Gumroad is free, and it can collect money from you. The only thing is that you pay 10% to them. But if you go do it on PayPal, you only need to pay PayPal 2.5% or thereabout.
Right. Right.
And then they just go pay, right? Even if it's just 10 customers and you sell a $27 product on a weekend that took you maybe 2, 3, 4 hours to produce, right? 10 people, $27, that's $270, right? Now, some people from there might say, hey, can you coach me personally? How much would it cost me? I can coach you personally. If we do a 4-week program, I'll charge you $297 or $497.
Right.
If you do a 90-day program, I'll charge you $1,000 or $2,000. You just started a business, right?
Yes.
So it's all about that transformative thinking in terms of I'm struggling, I don't know what to create. There's many options out there. Should I blog? Should I do YouTube videos and all that? All that are ways to go about it. But the easiest way for me, if you don't have the time to create content and all that, is as simple as what I just explained, right? Go to this group, give value, ask them, hey, would you be interested in X? And before then, tell yourself, I want to help X number of persons achieve Y, right? Go make a post. You don't even have to start the course creation yet. It might just be an idea, right? This is what I want to do. Anyone interested? Some people, if you're in the right community, most likely some people will say yes, right? I'm interested. Now you say, okay, fine, give me some time. You go back, build a program, and say, hey, it's going to cost you $9. It's going to cost you $27. You can even check with them when you make the post. How much do you think you would like to pay if this program was to cost you some money?
Right.
People are sincere. People will tell you. Some people say, "Oh, free. I don't mind free, but if you have to cost me, maybe I'm going to invest $49 or $27." You can get a range and take an average and run with it.
Well, thank you so much, Osborne. It's been a pleasure chatting with you today and learning more about what you do. I'm sure people are going to be interested in what you do because you made it sound so simple, and people like simple, right?
Yeah,
and so, definitely. So I would say, how can people contact you?
Okay. I think the easiest way is, one, you can check out my newsletter. If you go to 10xcreator.online, you can, subscribe to my newsletter where I share weekly newsletter episodes. I'm starting my podcast as well, right? So from next week, that will also start. So that will still be on the same website, 10xcreator.online. The other way is people can contact me directly on Facebook, is facebook.com Davies, like O and singular Davies, Davies. So I think that's the easiest way to contact me right now.
And I will also put all of his links in the video. And thank
Sounds
you
good.
so much,
Thank you so much, Martha.
audience, for listening. Thank you for taking out time on Monday to be with us. If you feel like this was helpful, please do subscribe and share, and definitely leave comments and let us know how you enjoyed the show. And also, just reach out to Osborne if you're looking for a business coach. He would be happy to help you in that area. And thank you so much for listening. We are signing off.
It's your time.